Welcome to X-Files Podcast, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on. I'm Janice Formicella, a breakup coach passionate about supporting others to heal from their breakups, overcome loneliness, love being single, and see the end of a relationship as the beginning of a magical new chapter in life. I am here each week to share with you the tools that I have learned through my own painful breakups, through hitting rock bottom more than once, and through working with people all around the world to heal their broken hearts. If you are looking for hope and strength to move on from your breakup and resources to enjoy your new single life, you are in the right place, and I've got your back. Hey, breakup warriors. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Before we get started, I just want you to know that if you hit play today on this episode because you are hurting because of a breakup or a broken heart, that I am here for you and sending you strength. I know how hard it can be because I have been there. I do this podcast because I know some things that work and some things that hurt the healing process. And I've worked with people all over the world who have healed directly because of the tips and tricks I will talk about in this episode. Today, I'm going to share 5 mindsets for breakup success. When we are healing from something distressing in our lives, our progress and final outcome are significantly impacted by how we think and how we think about these things. When it comes to a broken heart, clinging to the past or clinging to a certain narrative about what has happened can keep us trapped in the past and in the narrative. I am going to give you a bunch of examples today. But first, a shameless self-plug. If you like what you hear today, please let me know by leaving me a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Use this experience that you're going through, pay it forward, and help others by helping them find me. And with that, let's talk about mindsets. First of all, what is a mindset? To prepare for this episode, I read a really great article from the Stanford report titled, "Your Powerful Changeable Mindset." In it, Dr. Jacob Towery, an adjunct clinical instructor in the Department of Psychiatry, defined mindset as a set of assumptions that help you distill complex worldviews into digestible information and then set expectations based on this input. For example, you may believe that becoming sick with cancer could be catastrophic or that going on a diet would be challenging and depriving. These belief systems help you set expectations, plan for the worst, and guide decisions based on these assumptions. End quote. When it comes to a breakup, we sometimes adopt assumptions that help or hinder our progress. For instance, the idea that we have lost our one chance at love or at a real connection, or the idea that the relationship served its purpose, but that it has reached. For instance, we may have the idea that we have lost our one chance at a real connection, or we may have the idea that the relationship served its purpose, but it has reached its expiry date. One may keep us stuck in a depressive state, and one allows us to be sad, but then move on more easily. There's also the ability that we each have to change our mindsets, and this varies from person to person. This is something that I see impact my clients and their progress. Some people are very curious about new ways of doing things, and some find it challenging to let go of their current set of assumptions. This is the difference between having a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. According to Dr. Towery, when it comes to a fixed mindset, quote, "It can be hard to find motivation to work through perceived weaknesses because the ability to change may seem as hopeless as changing your eye color. In contrast, with a growth mindset, you'll see your perceived weaknesses as a challenge that can be motivating and even fun to overcome. And when it comes to a growth mindset, he says, you know that you can change over time, and therefore you are more open to reflect, learn, and grow from challenges. Because failure is less threatening, you are more willing to embrace life's challenges, take feedback as a learning opportunity, and continue to grow and learn throughout life. With a growth mindset, you are also less likely to personalize setbacks. End quote. What type of mindset do you think you have? Whether you have a fixed or growth mindset, there are often new ways at looking at your breakup that may help to turn things around. And sometimes it helps for people to point these out to you. So today I have 5 mindsets for breakup success to share. Number 1, know that you can get over it. One of the biggest things that I see hold people back in their healing is holding on to the belief that things will never get better, or that they will never forget their ex or never connect with someone again. And guess what? The more we repeat something to ourselves, the more true it becomes. Words have a lot of charge. Our thoughts have a lot of charge. And they have a big impact on how we feel emotionally, how we feel physically, and how others perceive us. If you have been struggling with this breakup for a while, you may have some mindsets that you aren't even aware of that involve your ability to heal from this. This is one thing that I work with people to uncover. Here are a few examples and ways to reframe them. First, you might be saying that or believing that the pain never goes away. One reframe is, I know that this pain is temporary. Or, I look forward to getting on the other side of this heartbreak. Another mindset and a reframe, you might be thinking, I can't stop thinking about them. I hear this one a lot. People just say, it's just impossible. I just can't do it. They're always on my mind. Well, how about this for a reframe? I can't wait to enjoy a really nice dinner tonight. Sometimes thinking about food is a great way to shift our thoughts to something more positive. Another reframe. What is something that would bring me joy right in this moment and is accessible to me? Again, just another shift, a little distraction. And another reframe, something that makes me excited about my future is. Another reframe, you might be thinking, I will never connect with someone like that again. Switch this and tell yourself, that relationship provided what I needed at the time. Or, there is so much that I am learning to love about myself and the relationship I have with myself. Other tips on changing your mindset about your ability to heal include, think about what you say to others, the way that you talk to others and what it is that you're repeating and sending out there by saying it to other people and putting it now in their mind. Think about what you say online and how you're talking about your breakup. If you're in any groups, think about the words that you're saying about this, and talk to yourself in the mirror. This is one of my own kind of life hacks or success hacks. And, look in the mirror and tell yourself how capable you are of this. Tell yourself how strong you are. Watch yourself say it, and it will become easier to believe. Remind yourself again and again that heartbreak is temporary, always. You have survived other disappointments in your life, and you will survive this one as well. Number 2, know that healing takes time and that it is okay. Just because you don't feel happy about your breakup a few weeks later doesn't mean the relationship is worth reopening or that there is something wrong with you. The heart is a strong, powerful organ that needs a lot of love and attention to heal. I have clients who come to me for support in all stages of the journey and in all amounts of time after a breakup, probably from 1 week to about 1 year. Some people come before they even break up. There's nothing unusual about you if it has been a few months and it still sucks and is painful to think about your ex, or it's still difficult to get happy about the future. It takes time. That is okay. The next mindset for breakup success is accepting that the relationship is over, or telling yourself that the relationship really has come to an end. This is another thing that I've seen keep people really stuck in a breakup, and that is the refusal to accept that things are over, or the insistence on clinging to the plan or the hope of getting back together. Let me make something really, really clear. Trying to get back together with your ex or waiting for them to come back will keep you in limbo. Always. I personally believe that there are different stages of grief for breakups. I developed a concept that includes the following stages. This is just kind of my theory based on what I've seen and what I've gone through. And that is devastation, denial, realization, and release. The science behind the theory of stages of grief is that you work through them. And while healing isn't linear, we typically work through one stage before we begin to work through another. And yes, we may go back and forth, but ultimately you'll go through each one at a time. Believing that the breakup is not for real is for many people the denial stage. It prevents us from getting to the realization stage, which is accepting that it is over. Think about it this way. Would you be able to heal a broken leg if you woke up for days in a row telling yourself that it isn't really broken? It's the same with a broken heart. Staying attached to the idea of getting back together with your ex allows them a huge presence in your life. It prevents you from seeing the biggest gift that a breakup can provide, and that is the gift of a brand new beginning in life. This is a gift that not everyone gets in their adult life, and it is one that I encourage you not to let go to waste. You can't get to a new chapter of life kicking and screaming and have it start on the right foot. Starting a joyful new chapter of life involves welcoming it in. Healing a broken heart means allowing it to be healed. Leaving the door open to staying with the person keeps the wound fresh and unable to scar over. I'm going to take a really quick commercial break and then come back with 2 more mindset tips for breakup success. Are you ready to date again? Why not call in a little help from your friends? X-Files is proud to partner with Heartstring Dating app to bring you Pitch Your Friend. Include your friend's video endorsement in your dating profile. How cool is that? All you have to do is sign up for the app, send them the pitch link, and wait for all the warm fuzzies to come in. After all, who knows you better than your friends? Welcome back, everyone. Let's get through 2 more mindset tips for breakup success. Number 4, know that things had to end because they weren't working. How do you get to the point that I've mentioned above, which is accepting that things are over? My top tip for getting to the acceptance stage is to learn about the 100% reality that things in your relationship ended because they had to. This is one of my favorite topics when it comes to relationships, and it kind of blows people's mind a lot of the time when I talk to them about it. I have never, ever heard of a breakup where this was not the case, ever. And this is because, in the most literal sense, something dysfunctional in the relationship caused it to end. And I love to have people challenge me on this. Sometimes I do live coaching and people will say, well, what about this? What about that? I have never been wrong. Whether it be that someone wasn't willing to put in the work at the time, or someone was being mistreated, or one of the people in the relationship simply did not feel the spark anymore, there's always something that causes a relationship to come to an end. Repeat after me. A good relationship doesn't come to an end. Rinse and repeat. My last mindset for breakup success is you are worthy and deserving of a relationship that is fully functional. I know that a breakup can cause our confidence to take a beating. I know that it may be hard to see how worthy of love you are right now, or maybe to see how capable of loving you are right now. But at the end of the day, life is far too short to continue to welcome in drama, a lack of passion, uncertainty about someone, mistreatment, or anything else that causes an unhealthy relationship. Another thing for you to write down today: it is better to be single than in a relationship that is unhealthy or not working. And let me make something else really clear. This does not mean that being single is some sort of last resort. It means that being single opens up so many opportunities that absolutely pale in comparison to being in a ho-hum or unhappy relationship. If you allow yourself this gift, you will be amazed at how much your life can change and how much it will change. I know this from so much deeply personal experience. I was with someone for over 7 years. And from about 5 months into the relationship to the moment I ended things, I believed in like my entire being that my life would be less without him. Because of how I was raised, I constantly told myself that I would be less than to be of a certain age and without a partner. For a while, I placed a really high level of importance and status on being married or the fact that I was in a long-term relationship. One of the biggest things that kept me continuing to make something work that was causing me so much pain was the idea of having a quote unquote failed marriage. And I actually wasn't making it work. It wasn't working at all, but I was forcing it to continue, really. Being divorced felt like a failure to me rather than what it actually is. A huge step forward in your life and a huge investment in your future. And I was quickly to learn the truth. Being my own best company and my own hottest date and my own life partner was about to reveal a magical world of possibilities that I could never have discovered inside of that relationship. Tossing away drama and partner pleasing and self-doubt allowed me to develop a very passionate relationship with myself. Ultimately, it made me a better friend and allowed me to have more passionate romantic relationships, higher quality partners, better sex. And knowing that I am okay either way is huge for me. Some of you may know that I recently ended a break that I had been taking from dating and relationships. And since coming back about a year and a half ago, I've been able to roll with the punches a lot easier than I had in the past. I've ended multiple things since starting to date again, and none of them derailed me the way that they have in the past. I have been sad about things and frustrated and definitely felt heartbroken on probably one occasion that quickly comes to mind. But once I start to feel unhappy or uncertain about things, I'm able to walk away because I know that I am going to be better off than in a relationship that continues to kind of go downhill. And yeah, like I said, while I have been heartbroken, I healed easier, faster. What thoughts, mindsets, or beliefs do you have about your breakup or your last relationship? Are you open to exploring or deconstructing them? Or maybe discovering them? Some of these things are really hard to see. You can find me on Instagram at Janice Formicella or X-Files Podcast and let me know that you're interested in some one-on-one support. And guess what, everyone? I will have a new website to announce soon, along with some other fun announcements. So keep your eyes on this space. And with that, I am sending you so much strength for the week ahead. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you for listening to X-Files Podcast. I sincerely hope that you found today's episode inspirational or useful. I would love to support you on your healing journey. All you have to do is send me a message through the X-Files Instagram account, and I will personally be in touch to get you started. Remember, if you are struggling with a broken heart, your feelings are temporary. I am sending you so much love and luck for the week ahead. You've got this.